Hey, Bible Fellowship leaders, we want to read you something. Jonah chapter 2. Then Jonah prayed to the Lord, his God, from the stomach of the fish. Just think about that. He's in the belly of a fish, praying to the Lord. And he said, I called out of my distress to the Lord, and he answered me. I cried for help from the depth of Sheol. Can you just imagine what it's like to be praying in the depth of a fish? The smell, the darkness, the utter despair. For you cast me into the deep, into the heart of the seas, and the current engulfed me. All your breakers and billows passed over me. So I said, I have been expelled from your sight. Nevertheless, I will look again toward your holy temple. The hope and the faith that Jonah has is great. Of course, he doesn't have anywhere else to look but up. Verse 5. Water encompassed me to the point of death. The great deep engulfed me. Weeds were wrapped around my head. I wonder how many times did Jonah think, I'm going to die, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. When the great fish swallowed him, or when he was thrown into the great storm. I'm imagining the video, The Perfect Storm, and right there where they're getting ready to get totally smashed by the huge wave and the boat's going up, and they're trying to fight, and they know that they're getting ready to be demolished. The fear that goes there. I wonder how much fear Jonah had. So he looks to the Lord. Verse 6, I descended to the roots of the mountains, and the earth with its bars was around me forever. But you have brought up my life from the pit, O my Lord. Now remember, Jonah is still in the fish when he says this. While I was fainting away, I remembered the Lord, and my prayer came to you into your holy temple. Jonah knows where to turn when he's in a crisis situation, when he is in a desperate situation. As you teach Jonah, this is one of those passages that a lot of people are going to know. But Jonah is desperate to turn back to the Lord. But even more desperate than that is God's desire for Nineveh to come to Christ. Do you realize that this is the first time in the Old Testament that God actually sends out a foreign missionary? In Amos, God had a willing missionary going to an unwilling group of people in the Israelites up in the northern part of Israel. In Jonah, we've got just the opposite. We've got an unwilling missionary running from God, but God has a people that are ready to repent. In both cases, God's character of loving people and wanting them to come to himself comes through. As you teach this week, I just pray that God uses you and that we can show those that we're teaching the great character of God and his long-suffering and his patience with us. Have a great week.